Thank you.
All right, we're taking a tiny food break. There's some
Thanks, Shay.
pork and rice.
Shout out to Shay in the chat.
Scallions. Thank you,
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Shay. Just gonna.
I saw a question about Scott's favorite match that he had in SOS. We had a lot of tags stuff because
Sorry,
that's
egg stuff?
Tag.
tag
Okay.
stuff. Two people on
Yeah.
one team.
Oh, I'm following.
Which not like that's not good stuff because that's what we'd been doing. But if you want to see like the best Scott stuff, is go back to the 3-2-1 battle when he was sort of like a standalone star. There's two very specific matches. There's one against a guy named B-Boy, which you'll see on if you go to Scott's YouTube channel. It'll be listed in there under the 3-2-1 battle stuff. So there's that. And he had a series of matches with Jeff Cobb, who is like an Olympic level amateur wrestler. And then he's a big star in Japan now. And he was like very, very proud of those two matches. As far as SOS goes, we had a couple of very good matches with this young team called the Smoking Aces. Yeah, they're two like younger kids from Portland that we had.
How young? 10?
Hmm?
How young?
10 out of 10?
10 years old.
10 years old. The younger one is 18 or 19.
Okay.
Flaming Aces, my bad. I don't know. My brain's not working great.
Very good. It's close. I was thinking about food. That was perfect.
She's the best.
Thank you,
Shout out to Shay.
for ruining my sense of humor and getting me kicked out of Indian restaurants. You were a good co-host and a good human being, unlike Mark English, and I hope the Venture Brothers movie wasn't too disappointing. I will binge your podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I joined the stream community at the same time as Scoot. Thank you for having him join stream and letting us get to know him. He was a great kitty and I hope he gets an extended TF scene in the afterlife.
It was a wild ride.
Thank you for being here, Drew. I only just started listening to the podcast earlier this year and I'll be listening to older episodes more often. Scoot will be sorely missed less than 3.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And like we love that people like we started the podcast just like as a dumb wrestling thing with like 4 of us that we just were doing for like our other wrestling friends. And that was like what it sort of started out as. Like we never
Not
thought
even movie related?
it was not movie related at all. It was just wrestling. And then eventually over time we kicked Dan and Kelly out because they suck. And it just became like bigger than we could have ever imagined. So like I couldn't believe how many people like actually started listening to it. Because yeah, we recorded on Scott's BlackBerry phone on my
Classic.
parents' Sun Deck during the summer with 4 people talking into a phone. And that was how we started recording. And then we went to like, full on proper recording with microphones and stuff. So I never thought we would ever get that far with it. So and then I saw somebody asked, because Scott loved to talk wrestling like all the time. So like his favorite wrestler or the wrestlers that inspired him. So Chris Benoit for sure. A guy named Buck Zumhoff. Don't look it up.
Okay.
And but like Bryan Danielson was his favorite wrestler of all time. He wrestles in AEW right now. He was in WWE as Daniel Bryan. But that's his favorite wrestler of all time. He was a big fan of this Japanese wrestler named Tomohiro Ishii.
Yeah, I've heard him talk
He's
about
like a short, thick guy.
In a 6/10 world, Scoot was a 10/10. Closer to an 11 than a 9.
Thank you.
Agreed.
Boy.
But yeah, so he really, like, I mean, he liked big boys. He liked them thick.
Liked him chunky?
He liked them chunky. He liked short, thick Japanese guys.
All right, that food was delicious. It's funny that there was like an extra pack of sriracha
Scott
sauce left
Henson
over because
was the
that
funniest
already had a
friend
bit of a
I
kick.
ever had. I only knew him 4 years, but he'll be impossible to forget. I'm so eternally grateful.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna pee real quick.